Hello, everybody. Um, my name is Steve Butts, and I am very, very pleased that you all have decided to join us for what we hope will be a great celebratory evening. I am the CEO at Taharka Brothers. I've been with the company for about 2 years, and I have gotten to know the owners of Taharka Brothers quite well over these 2 years, and I just am extremely excited about what we're going to celebrate tonight, and can't wait for you all to see and share in their stories. Um, I do want to say that this event is not what we were hoping. Especially, I want to mention that to the Taharka Brothers staff that are potentially watching this event. We really had hoped to do something in person and celebrate this. But alas, it's 2020 and this is sort of the world we live in. So we're going to do this virtually. There are two organizations I want to thank as we get started. I want to make sure that we thank. One is the Baltimore Roundtable for Economic Democracy. Kate, Emily, Joyelle, you all have been instrumental in helping us get to this moment. Whether it was the providing of capital for some of the expansion we've done, or frankly, the trainings that you provided to the owners of the company over the past couple months. So again, thank you very much. I also want to thank Parag from Gilmore Kandar Law Firm. Parag has been our attorney and has worked through the process with us, some of the tricky legal documentation that we've had to put together in order to get to this moment and have a strong footing moving forward with an employee-owned worker co-op, which is what we're celebrating tonight. So without further ado, I want to introduce Dr. Lamar Shields, who will be our host tonight. Dr. Shields has kind of a unique and long view of Taharka Brothers. He met Sean back in 1998, I believe, over 20 years ago, was a neighbor of the Sylvan Beach Cafe as Sean began to learn how to make the fabulous ice cream that I am sure all of you are thinking about during this event. And Dr. Shields has an opportunity here to walk us through the event. He is the principal at the Cambio Group, where he is working on issues with school systems and organizations promoting equity and cultural proficiency. So I just want to thank Dr. Shields. Thank you for hosting. And Lamar, I'm going to have you take it away.
Hey, family. This is a celebration. And since I don't drink, I'm celebrating with some kombucha. I'm your host, Dr. Lamar Darnell Shields. Yes, in the building. I don't know why we always have to say that we are in the building, but we are in the building to celebrate African-American men and African-American excellence who make some good ice cream. Even though I don't really eat ice cream, I was told that Taharka has the best ice cream, but now they're finally tapping into the vegan, dairy-free, even though they did this years and years ago. I am so honored and excited to be here. What can I say about Taharka Brothers? What can I say about my man, Sean Smeaton from the great state of Virginia? I go way back before there was a Taharka Brothers, when it was the Sylvan Beach Cafe. I was walking down the street. I had just moved to Baltimore. I'm originally from the great city of Chicago. I was teaching at Baltimore City College High School. Shout out to Baltimore City College High School, and also then teaching at Johns Hopkins. But at this time, I was new to the city, walking down the street. Then I ran into this guy. Actually, there was a couple of guys, African-American men at the time, and they were doing something different. They had a cafe. They were living in the building. And I was like, man, who is this white dude with all these black guys? I was like, this dude must be real crazy or real special. But if you know Sean, he's both of those, because you got to be crazy to be in the business for almost 30 plus years. So we developed a strong relationship. When I say strong, Sean has been a part of our family, from weddings to parties, to rites of passage ceremonies with my own children, my daughters, and my son. He's always been there. So it makes sense that we would not only just be celebrating Sean, but these amazing men that we are going to celebrate today. And it is so important to celebrate young men and young excellence. We need to celebrate because during this time of COVID, we're dealing with so much grief. We're dealing with so much pain. And one thing I know is ice cream tends to make people feel a little better. You can't fight over ice cream. Like, ice cream is that thing that brings people together. But beyond that, it is the emotion and feeling that goes into the ice cream and into the recipes. And if any guys saw the movie called Like Water for Chocolate, when the woman was crying into the food while they were cooking, and then all of a sudden people got sick. And so the reality is, but it says that when you put love into food, and when you put love into a movement, when you put love into the things that are happening, great things that you are pairing, great things happen. I love that then all of a sudden they changed the name to Taharka Brothers. And I got to break this down because I know one of Taharka's son is a part of the organization. But Taharka, just to give you all a little history, the name Taharka comes from an Ethiopian dynasty, a king. There was a king, a Nubian prophet of Egypt, who had the name of Taharka. So the spirit of excellence is embedded in these young men. And sometimes there was some young women that was a part of Taharka Brothers. So today we want you to sit back. We want you to send us some tweets. Facebook, we're on Facebook Live. We're all over the place. Make sure you're tuning in and you're letting everybody know that. And if you got some ice cream, this is a great time to pull out that ice cream. But Taharka Brothers ice cream only. To pull out that ice cream because you are going to see some amazing young men. We're going to share some amazing videos. And then I'm going to bring Sean and the rest of the crew because we're going to celebrate them because they are not only going to be employees. Come real close. They're going to be owners. You know what I mean? Who wants to just play for the team when you can own the team? Again, we need some great news because of COVID-19. And today is a great way to celebrate. So I want to bring up the first video, just a brief history of Taharka Brothers. And then I'm going to bring up my man, Sean Smeaton. We call him Smeatball. We're going to sit down and chop it up for a bit. And then we're going to bring the other young men up. And then we're going to show the videos. But sit back, check this video out about the history of Taharka Brothers ice cream.
The idea of being an owner is that every time I leave my house every morning, I tell my girlfriend, 200%, every day, 200%. And that's what it takes to be an owner, 200%.
I'm happy that we're achieving the things we set as our goal.
I keep pushing and I hope to influence other young guys like myself to keep becoming better no matter what.
It's a dream come true to become an owner. It's just good to see that you can work hard and believe in something and see it come to fruition. It doesn't happen often, and it's just good to be a part of it.
You know, growing up, I always wanted these dreams, but I never necessarily seen them happen close to me. But it just makes me feel even better that we're here now.
Having 6 owners is amazing. Like, we've had the goal of becoming employee ownership for 10 years. There's a bond, almost like as we were signing the documents earlier, it's like you just got married. I mean, it feels like you're really part of a team that's connected and with a shared purpose and so forth. So it's a strong feeling. It feels good. I came to Baltimore for a job as a CPA, working for a CPA firm, and the experience I had coaching basketball team just exposed me to a world that I didn't know much about, especially the inequities that you see in urban America. Kind of led me in a different direction based on that experience. Taharka McCoy was one of the kids from our original basketball team that inspired the organization. And he was, he's a good kid. He didn't get into trouble. He lived in an area where there was plenty of opportunity to get into trouble, and he really didn't do that. And then as he got older, he got more involved in his community, continued to be positive and try to be a leader. And unfortunately, Taharka was killed when he was actually mentoring someone younger than him who was on the wrong path, getting into trouble, and tried to guide him, and unfortunately was killed by that person. I was inspired by an organization in San Francisco called the Delancey Street Foundation and what they were doing to help address some of the inequities and social ills that you see in all of society, really. And I thought that I could start something like that in Baltimore. So in 1994, I started a nonprofit called Sylvan Beach Foundation, and it was a social enterprise, which is an organization that combines a business with a nonprofit purpose. So the first business that we started with Sylvan Beach was a lawn care business. As a matter of fact, Taharka helped us start that. And we did that for a while. It was very successful, but it was very labor intensive, and we wanted to open another business that would be a little more interactive with the community, especially around food. In 1995, we bought a house, a big row home on Preston Street, right across from Baltimore. Moved in there, and the model was to use the model of an extended family to provide nurturing, support, accountability, all that kind of good stuff that you get from living in a family. The mission of Sylvan Beach was really to use the structure of a business to help transform the lives of the people who are part of the organization. So as a nonprofit, Sylvan Beach was really more of like a school where you had teachers and students. And then when we made the transition to become Taharka Brothers Ice Cream, it became a for-profit company. We added on to that mission. Now Taharka Brothers is really using the business as a platform for our young people to be leaders and change makers in the community.
My dreams for the future of Taharka Brothers is doing bigger things like building houses. You know, there's a lot of abandoned houses here in Baltimore. I would love to use Taharka Brothers to rebuild some of those houses and offer low-income housing. I believe it could happen.
Definitely my first goal is to make sure that each person in the company has the opportunity to become an owner in Taharka Brothers.
For the future, I would love for Taharka Brothers to play a major impact in communities and different neighborhoods, even if that's just consistent of a young guy coming to our job and be able to use all our resources to become a better person.
So my dreams for Taharka is bigger facility, more customers, more shops, just doing the damn thing, you know, just doing it. The it is being successful, being a change maker, and selling damn good ice cream, you know, making people happy.
Wow.
Hey, my friend Sean joining me. What's happening, bro?
Man, well, first of all, thanks for doing this, Lamar. I mean, you're obviously the best person to do this. We've known each other for so long. You've seen all the different iterations of this organization. So thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
You know, anything for you, Sean. You know, I would not miss this for the world. I'm so glad I'm in town to support this work. I know we want to do it face to face, but man, Sean, we got history. We don't even have time to get into our own personal history. Right. But I want to start out by saying, you know, Shirley Chisholm says service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth, man. Sean, you've been serving Baltimore for a very, very long time. You know, talk to me about the importance of service and then also a good product.
Well, you know, I think, again, from the piece there, you saw the Delancey Street Foundation was our inspiration for starting. And they kind of had that figured out early on, that you kind of help yourself most when you're helping others. So that's been built in to the DNA of our organization since the beginning, and it just makes a lot of sense. So it's a pleasure, and you actually get more out of it by helping others.
So where did your desire from serving come from, man? I mean, you grew up in Virginia. I know your backstory. You could have easily been doing anything that you wanted to do because you come from a very strong family. But why this city, man? And then talk about the ice cream. Why ice cream?
Well, you know, like you said, the story is so long, and that piece that was just done is pretty good because they interviewed me for a very long time, and they were able to actually get, I could talk forever about things and ramble. So it's a long story, but ice cream was just another business that we wanted to start, and it was a good one because it's a social product, and a big part of our mission is to bring people together to talk about issues or just to have a good time. So we lucked out and pick an ice cream. And then it's also a product that is very versatile. You can make it sweet, sour, crunchy, salty. It can take on a lot of different forms. So
a lot of metaphor. So what does this evening mean to you, man? This is a big day, big announcement for not only just these young men, but for their families. You've been in this for a very long time. I mean, you and I together can write a collective book, an individual book, the stories from Sylvan Beach, Preston Street, right, to everything that you can think of. When you got a bunch of young men who come from very different challenges, some homes are better than others, and you stay committed to this. Let our listeners know at home that are watching, what does this night mean to you, and what should we expect from the videos and from the stories that we're going to hear from these young men?
Well, I guess, it means a lot. I was, when we had the filmmakers working with us to do this little documentary, I went through pictures like you wouldn't believe. I had pictures from, pictures I had to take pictures of from back in the 90s and seeing all the different people that have been involved in this organization throughout the years. It's amazing. So I think everybody kind of believed in the idea of the organization and the dream, and just kept plugging away. And I'm just so glad that it's finally, reaching that point that we've been trying to search for a long time. So it's very fulfilling. It's cool, really cool.
Well, man, Sean, on behalf of the young men who you've worked with, some who've gone on to do some great things, some who still stayed in trouble. When you called me and we started reflecting and reminding, I forgot about that person, and you're seeing all the posts that are coming in, and your phone is blowing up. People are really excited. So, man, thank you for staying committed to Baltimore City, but beyond that, a good product, a good product. This is
we're making some non-dairy flavors now, so you can start eating.
I know I've been beating up on Chef, but what I need to say is I need to let people know before I throw you under the bus. You did have the non-dairy flavor years and years ago when Jeff Robinson, remember Jeff Robinson from New Jersey, who's now at Rutgers, and you did, but it's something about the timing. Like, you were like, the timing wasn't right and we're working through some things. But man, we want to thank you, celebrate. We know tonight is not just about you, but it's about these young men. These are your sons, man. These are your brothers. These are your nephews.
Co-owners. They're co-owners too.
Co-owners, I know, that's what I'm saying. Co-owners. So now they can tell you what to do.
Right, exactly.
Well, first of all, they probably told you what to do without even owning a thing, because I know all of these and they come from a strong spirit. So, Sean, thanks for sticking around, hanging out with us, man. Keep sharing the love. We're going to bring up our next video. We're going to introduce my man, Mike Prokop, who's going to come up next.
I'm all about contradictions, man. Like, I have learned that you cannot read a book by its cover. I think that if most people kind of live their life that way, the world would be a better place. When you're working at Taharka Brothers, there's a sense of owning your job. You feel a sense of purpose when you're here. This was where I got my first job. I knew wherever else I went that eventually I wanted to come back here because of that drive to make a change around me. It's a dream come true to become an owner. I went against the grain in a lot of ways to try to make this work. It's just good to see that you can work hard and believe in something and see it come to fruition.
People are generally in a good mood when you come to their door with ice cream. Kind of like Santa Claus in a way.
Nothing good comes without obstacles or without a little bit of doubt. If you need an example, if you need living proof, like look at me, look at the guys that I work with, and just don't give up. My name is Mike Prokop, and I own Taharka Brothers.
My man Mike in the building, the gentle giant, always looking smooth, always at the right time, at the right place, man, looking handsome and fresh, man. This is a big day for you. I think the last time I remember you coming by my house, dropping off something, I think we're having a celebration, and Sean donated. You guys are always donating to the things that I'm doing. So I want to thank you, man. I think that day at the time you all were still working with one of the customers out in DC, and you were probably making a drop there, man. But man, this is a big deal, man. Black dude running an ice cream company, man. I know your story, man. We go through many challenges as men of color living in this city, man. What does it feel like right now?
First of all, this is my first time seeing that video, and that was excellent. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, but
you ain't had that tear. You had that
I did tear up a little bit, just a little bit. But no, man, I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm excited. Every positive emotion you can imagine, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Mike, this is big, man. What message do you have for these little black boys, these little brown boys that look like you, who come from many communities like you, who say, man, I want to hustle. I don't want to work for anybody else. What message do you have for them? And when I say hustle, I'm not talking about the hustle that you all do, because I watch you all drive back and forth in that truck. I'm talking about when they say they want to hustle on the streets. What message do you have for these little boys who are listening, and these moms who are raising these young men?
I still have those conversations with some of my younger friends, and I tell them to redirect that energy towards something positive. That's really all it takes is energy, commitment. That same commitment that you can put into doing something that could possibly end you up in jail or dead, you can put that into making your life and your family's life better.
Yeah, man. Your brother Devon Brown, one of the former CEOs, just sent a quick shout out to you, man. He said, "My brother Mike, well, we proud of you, man. We gonna celebrate. I know you ready to turn up, man. We're gonna celebrate you all day. At the end, we're gonna bring everybody back. But I gotta throw it to your other brother, to the man who's always cooking up something. We're gonna toss this video with Kofi, Dorman, L coming up next. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Everyone needs a hero. Like, everyone needs something to believe in. The idea of Taharka and Baltimore is that people in Baltimore might have needed something that brings them together. I believe being a Taharka Brother is the equivalent of being a rock star. This is a social justice business looking to do better for the community. Sounds good to me. Sign me up. Let's make some ice cream. As long as you're a beacon of influence, doesn't matter where you are. As long as you're getting your message across and you're constantly doing it. There's a space for everybody at Taharka. It's not just for one person, it's for everybody who can fit in and want to fit in. Taharka is the spirit of understanding brotherhood, sisterhood, and coming together and understanding that we are all one. We have to work this out together. My name is Kofi Dormanel, and I own Taharka Brothers.
My man Kofi, who is always cooking up, always got a little slick word for you every now and then.
You know how I do.
Chef, he is like the chef of Wu-Tang. I'm about to take you way back, man. I remember walking through the door. For those that don't know the history, I'm telling you, so many people have, from Shaquille O'Neal to Whoopi Goldberg. But I remember walking through the door, Kofi. I don't know if you remember this years ago, with the ambassador from Haiti. I don't know if you remember this, man. You were in there. We were about to take a group of kids to Haiti at the time, Darius and I, and you were over there. And the ambassador for Haiti said when he first came to America, he was joked because his accent was so thick, but all he wanted some ice cream. And I remember you going over there, showing him how a man that looks like you, that look like him, make up him ice cream, man. You've had celebrities stop by. So many people have checked you all out. You are the one that's constantly making up all of these different flavors. What does this day as an owner look like for you? And you've been there for a very long time, so you've seen the ups and downs. What does this evening look like or feel like for you right now?
So this is one of those situations and evenings where, you know, you work so hard and you don't know when you're gonna find the end of the tunnel, you know, that light. You don't even know. But now it's like we're here, you know. It took so long to get here.
That's right.
But I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man. Let them out, brother. Let them out. This is real, man. This is your time. I'm sure you've seen a whole lot of people come through those doors, and to have some type of ownership means a lot. For those that are who are watching at home or wherever you are, this is important. Giving our young men a chance to shine, given an opportunity, they will flourish. I mean, I'm talking about the Haitian ambassador. All these people came through, man. Where does your desire and love for this, just being a chef and cooking this stuff up, man, where does that creativity come from too?
It comes from the idea that you can make anything as long as you believe in it. You know, ice cream is so versatile that you can make devil's food cake ice cream. You can make an everything bagel ice cream. You could do anything you want with ice cream. Yeah. And it's helpful to bring people together because it's like, man, I never had that ice cream before. And now that I'm here, it's like, man, let's talk about some things. Let's talk about change while enjoying this everything bagel ice cream, you know? Never had it before.
Yeah.
But we work hard to make change.
So talk to me about the tears, man. What are you feeling? Where's that coming from, man?
So I never had any goals in life. But, you know, I worked 9 years here. Going into 10, I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going to go next from here. But it was just this thing of like, you're going to be an owner. And an owner, if you had told me back June 5th, 2011, when I first started, I'd be like, what are you talking about? You know, I'm just here to make ice cream. But 9 years now, it's like hard work does pay off. You just gotta keep at it. You know, you just gotta keep at it.
So Kofi, somebody at home is feeling just like you right now, man, who just like, man, I don't have any goals. Life is just showing up. You know how you talk to young men or people, you say, man, I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to survive and trying to get over. What message do you have for them? Did we lose Kofi? Hopefully we're going to bring him back. All right. I don't know. I think we lost Kofi. So we're going to move. We're going to bring Kofi back eventually. We're going to now pitch it to my man who I've been knowing for quite some time, Vince Green. We're going to pitch his presentation. Oh, bring Kofi back. I'm going to bring Kofi back. Come on back. I was looking at the notes. There we go, brother. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where you wake up every day wondering if it's enough. And sometimes it's never enough, but you keep at it until that boulder moves, Yeah. And it's just, shout out to my father for believing in me.
Yeah.
Thank you for, get me up and inspire me to work hard.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right, brother. We love it, Kofi. We want you to keep mixing up some of these new things. Now, you heard me talk about like water for chocolate. You cannot cry in that ice cream, brother. You're gonna make us sick.
Give you a little bit of COVID tears in there.
Get a little COVID tears. We're gonna go ahead and bring up my man, my next person. We're gonna pitch the video. We're gonna bring up Vince Green. Thanks, Kofi.
I always had big visions as a child. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Met the guys from Taharka Brothers when I was only in the 9th grade.
Kool-Aid. Bang.
Taharka Brothers was actually the first local business that really got my interest. I made it a pinpoint to be able to be a part of them.
Taharka Brother ice cream is handcrafted, so we're gonna handcraft this truck.
Younger kids see us out and they see somebody that's only 24 years old running the truck, managing the truck, and operating the whole business. It makes kids know anything that they wanted to do or achieve, that it is possible. Having a 1-year-old and being a business owner, I'm a role model for my son. I have something that I can pass down to my son. It's literally life-changing just to know that I'm in a situation that I can support my family, I can thrive in, and I can get the best out of myself. It's a blessing. My name is Vinny Green, and I own Taharka Brothers.
My man.
My man.
Now, I've been waiting for this interview because before you were at Taharka Brothers, brother, you were a praise scholar on the campus of Johns Hopkins, man. Today, Vinny, we lost one of our other directors, Brother Ball, who loved you, who loved all of you all. For those that don't know, I've been knowing Vince since he was in middle school. He was a part of our Praise Academy, introduced him to Taharka Brothers and all the other people. But what I want to say is, man, to you is, out of all the folks that when we introduced Taharka Brothers to them and we brought them to the school, you stayed committed, man. You stayed consistent. You stayed committed to the program. This is what you wanted to do. You linked up with Sean. I'm proud of you, man, to see you grow. Got a little mustache there, got a little hair, voice is a little deeper. I'm really, really excited about the young man that you've actually become, not only just under me, because I don't claim any of this, but just in life. Taharka Brothers was a great place for you to grow up and then to grow. I want you to tell the folks at home and that are watching, man, what is this evening? What does this mean to you as an owner, not as an employee, but as an owner?
Man, it means the world, especially at the Kofi speaking. It's like we day by day putting the work in the Taharka Brothers. Excuse me, I'm trying to get myself together. Kofi had me break down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Take your time, man.
It's hard work. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing I can say.
So I want to touch on something for those that don't know. Taharka Brothers had an amazing film that was produced about you all, and I remember the one scene that got me the most. When I still share this movie, I use the movie to talk about how can we inspire Black boys. And I remember the scene, Vince, when the producer, when you all was out there promoting the ice cream, and I won't name the store, and these white people, I want to be very clear with some white folks walking by.
Yeah.
You say, I know my TB history, brother. And I remember they walked past and you were like, man, I can't believe that they walking past us like we out here hustlers, like we're some bums and some losers, and they're eating our ice cream, man. And so you go from that to this film that's being seen all over and won these awards. Talk to me about how that made you feel at that time. And then now it's almost like you can put something in their face and say, now I'm an owner. Because I remember, for those that have not seen it, you need to check the movie out. But go ahead.
If I had to say anything, like my brother Mike said, you can't judge a book by its cover. So day by day, they see young guys like ourselves. They can judge us. They can say what they want to say. But we straight up guys that's hard workers. We put our shoulder to the boulder and trying to make a change in our community, and our business and the world, whatever is possible that we can make a change to, that we're going to do it. And we're going to do whatever it got to take to make that change.
Besides the ice cream, and we know the ice cream and everything that you all make is really, really good, man. What are some of the lessons that you learned that you want to share with other people about business?
Man, everything, just the simple thing. Like I can write a book on it. I've been working with Taharka Brothers for now going on 9 to 10 years. Just the everyday thing of work ethic, hard work, determination, pushing forward. We've been through so many different stages in Taharka Brothers, crazy stages. There been times where we was kids and we was working late nights and we had an event early in the morning the next day and we stayed a night and sleep in the office just because we know if we go home, we're going to oversleep. So it's like, it's so many things. Like, it's a blessing, if I could describe it.
Well, I was about to say, since you talked about some funny things, you know, one of the funniest things that got me is driving that truck through the wall. You remember that thing right there?
Yeah.
And look at you all got a truck. There's so many stories that exist out there. So Vinny, you are now an owner, man. Is there anybody you want to thank real quick, man, before we pitch it to my next brother?
First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank all the guys that work shoulder to shoulder, day by day to make this company work. I want to give thanks to Sean. Sean got history, like history that can write a long book. I want to say thanks for Sean. A lot of people, Sean played the background of Taharka Brothers, the whole company. And without him, he was literally the glue that kept this company solid, kept us afloat. And we're still making it happen. I want to give thanks to my parents. I want to give thanks to you, brother Lamar. If it wasn't for you introducing me to Taharka Brothers, I wouldn't have this opportunity to be a part of this blessing. Definitely, I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's a blessing.
Well, man, thank you. We're going to bring you all back shortly, man. We're going to pitch it to our next video, Dietrich McCoy. Going to cut away to Dietrich's video. Thanks, Vinny.
I'm at the basketball court shooting some hoops with my friends. My grandma's calling me frantically about this company named Taharka Brothers Ice Cream, named after your dad. So I'm like, wait, what? Is this real? I was 7 when my dad passed away. Everyone definitely knew my dad in the neighborhood. They all knew me. They would call me Little Taharka, things like that. It was definitely special growing up, noticing how many people knew him. It made me look at my dad like Superman. You know, it still hurts now, but I just use my hurt to try and accomplish the things I know he would want me to do. To me, Taharka Brothers mean always motivating yourself to be better, always be willing to learn. We're trying to bring the community together, people from different neighborhoods. Ice cream is a great way to bring people in and talk about sticky topics that they wouldn't want to talk about. I'm Dietrich McCoy, and I own Taharka Brothers.
My brother Dietrich in the building. You are carrying a king's name. I think I've only met you on a couple of occasions by passing one another, but I got a chance to watch the video. And how important is it for you to carry your father's legacy, your father's name? This is a big deal. I didn't know your father, but I knew of your father because I spent a lot of time with Sean sharing the story over and over again, man. So you are a Taharka Brothers by blood, as a hip hop song, by blood, not relation. You are by blood in the bloodline of being an owner and the name after your dad. Let's talk about that. How does it feel to walk down the street, man, and to see your father's name all over the place?
It feels good. You know, we got clothes and stuff too every time I see the logo. And especially this year, because when my dad passed, he was 25. And, you know, now I'm 25, and I also had my daughter, his first grandchild, and now I'm taking ownership into Taharka Brothers. I think he'd be pretty happy.
You are old man. You are OG now. 25 is old now, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me, man. What do you think? What do you think your father, if your father were here right now, man, and this company still bears his name, what do you think he would say to you, man?
I just think he'd be so happy, man, to see that I stuck it out with the Taharka Brothers. Not only that, I just generally have really strong entrepreneurial goals.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'd be really happy to see me doing this. And about his name, about the company, I'm just blessed to be in this position. Off of his, kind of labor, kind of passed on to me. He didn't really have any money or anything to pass on, but this definitely filled that void for me, giving me a chance to actually, go through with my entrepreneur goals. I got a great team. We got great guys. Got Sean. It's just great all around.
Wow. So, man, you are now an official owner. It's going to be super, super official. We're making this huge announcement, man. I'm a young person, want to be an entrepreneur, want to run my own business, man. What message do you have for me?
I would say beat your best. So if you get good, you got to get better. Just a funny scenario. Just earlier, I was on the phone, and for me, our worst complaints is actually when we run out of ice cream. People get pissed. They get personal.
Funny, man, how can ice cream come? It's like having a bread. Like all you use bread. How could you run out of that? But that means good, right?
And when they piss, they're pissed because they start bringing up all the orders that they ever ordered, and they start saying, "How could you not save me some sweet potato crumble?" And they start just buying. They start just getting emotional and say, "You know what? I'm getting eggnog. I don't even like eggnog, but I'm gonna get it for my family. Give me 2 cases, Dietrich. You don't want to play with me." That's just an example of a phone call I had earlier. But yeah, it's great, man.
Well, man, for those that don't know, man, you all have been a part of the social movement, social movement across the country. Your name is all over. When there's been all these outbreaks in the city around social unrest, the Taharka Brothers has been there. Man, thank you for coming from the bloodline of your dad. Beyond proud. You can now say that you are owner when you pull your card out. It's like Jay-Z said, man. Jay-Z said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man." And so you are there. You like the little, you like how I go back and forth, man, with the little hip. I know, man. Come on, Dietrich. It's you and me, man.
Yeah, I get it.
You get it, brother. So, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Still got a long road for this business, and you're going to be amazing. And shout out to the rest of your team. So we're gonna wrap up real quick with Chris Berry. We're gonna pitch it to Chris Berry, and Chris Berry is gonna share his story about being also a part of the Taharka Brother family. Hey, Chris Berry. And loving the hair, Chris.
Appreciate it. Thanks to COVID.
Chris got that COVID unhaircut. Chris, talk to me, man. Part of the family, man. Being an owner, what does it feel like?
I mean, honestly, it's one of those, right place, right time. But I think it's even more than that. I connected with Sean last summer. They brought me on the team, and it was one of those. I mean, Taharka Brothers is in the name, and it's in the nature of the company. To watch these videos and be able to share an office with these guys, it's grateful, it's humbling. I'm so proud of them, proud of us. Like 2020 has been a year, and there's no better way to finish it, honestly.
So what message do you have for your teammates? So you had your teammates, they all spoke, they all talked about what it feels like to be an owner. What message do you have for them?
first and foremost, I'm nothing but proud to be associated with them in any way, shape, and form. Never mind as co-owners of a business. And then number two, the hard work starts now. I mean, this is just the beginning, right? We've talked about the journey to get here, and now we're here. Let's see what we can do from now on.
So what is in store for Taharka Brothers 2021? Y'all got a COVID flavor coming out, man, with where you're actually gonna put the the vaccine inside, man, to make sure we take it, because people.
That's what it takes. I mean, you know what? It's always, Kofi said, 200%. And it's shoulder to the boulder is the motto, and digging in the heels and just keeping it moving forward, just making sure that we're always getting bigger, better, our voices louder, and just being the best company we can be,
So did you ever think that you would be an owner, man, part owner of anything?
No. No. All I can say is no.
Well, man, we celebrate all of you all. This is an amazing time for all those folks that are watching, wherever you are watching. This is great. And we want to continue to celebrate all the great things that you all are doing. I want to try to bring everybody back. Hopefully we can get everybody back in here real quick. If my producer can somehow, our tech guy can bring everybody back so we can all celebrate together. Real quick, want to see if we can bring everybody back in here. There we go. They're coming back. They're coming back. They are coming back. So TB's and got the baby in the building. There we are. So I just want to thank all of you all for just doing what you do. I know 2020 has been hard as a business owner. It's been hard on many of us, but whatever you all are doing an amazing job. We want to shout out Steve Butts, who's somewhere in the mix somewhere. There we go, Steve, for bringing the family back. This is like the Brady Bunch, man. We like the multicultural Brady Bunch, man. Steve, your leadership. Sean, thank you for your vision. Young men, thanks for believing in the vision and the service. Not only is this ice cream good that you all are part of a social movement of young people across the country. We celebrate all of those owners. If y'all got a little glass in front of you, got something in front of you, go up, take it to a quick toast. Anything in front of you? Got anything? There we go. Pull it out. There we go. Pull it out. We are going to celebrate you all. Bring everybody back in here. We wish you all much success.
One more video.
I got the video. Success. Taharka Brothers is taking orders. You can go online and you can pick up the orders. I love the way the ice cream is coming into the box. Let's hold our glasses. Let's say cheers to everybody. Let's say cheers.
Cheers.
We got one more to close out with, which is the Taharka Brothers. We're going to play the brand anthem video. We love you all. Keep eating that ice cream. Keep spending your money with Taharka Brothers. Keep celebrating. Your owners, guys. Your owners.
Thank you.
Hey.